Hey everybody, I'm here today to show you how to hold and turn a steering wheel. This will be a very simple driving lesson, and I'll be showing you two specific things with multiple methods of each. Now let's get right to it. First and foremost, how to hold a steering wheel. Now I'll go over the two-handed method for holding a steering wheel first. Right here is the center of the steering wheel. Now, when you're holding a steering wheel with two hands, you want to make sure that both hands are equally spaced from the center. So if you put both fingers in the center of the steering wheel and you just evenly bring them out, those are going to be your hand positions. Now, some people like to hold the steering wheel right over here, and then some people like to hold it a little bit further down. In my opinion, anywhere within these zones right here is perfectly fine. So you can hold it up here, which is basically at like 10 and 2, or you can hold it a little bit further down, which is closer to 9 and 3. If this is a clock, this would be at about 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock. And then this would be at about 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock, okay? Now, it's up to you wherever you want to hold it in this zone, but if you're holding the steering wheel with two hands, I would recommend anywhere within this zone. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about is turning the steering wheel with two hands, and then I'll go over the one-handed method in just a few moments. So turning the steering wheel with two hands is also very, very simple. There are two main methods that I'm going to outline. Now, these methods are commonly accepted in different places. So where I live, the commonly accepted method is hand-over-hand steering. Now that is when you're holding the steering wheel like this with two hands, equally spaced from the center, okay? You want to, let's say I was turning left. I'm going to take my right hand, bring it to the left, and this hand goes over that hand, just like that. Then I continue turning, right hand goes to the left, and that left hand goes over. That is hand over hand. I'll show you if I'm turning right. And I know that my wheels aren't straight now, so I'll be able to turn right even more. When I'm turning right, my left hand brings the wheel to the right. My right hand goes over the left hand, continues the turn. Left hand brings it to the right, right hand goes over. Just like that. That's hand-over-hand steering. And hand-over-hand steering gives you a lot of control while still giving you a good amount of speed when turning the steering wheel. As you see right there, it gives you a good amount of speed, and it also gives you a good amount of control. Now, the other method is like a push-pull method, okay? It's very, very simple. One hand does the pushing, one hand does the pulling. I'm going to make this as easy as possible. Let's say I wanted to turn left, okay? I would push with my right hand and then pull down with my left hand. Push, pull, push, and so forth. Let's say I wanted to turn right, okay? I'm going to push with my left hand, pull down with my right hand, push up with my left hand, pull down with my right hand, just like that. And as you can see, the push-pull method gives you a good amount of control and also allows you to turn the wheel quickly as well. Very easy, very simple. Now, I personally don't use the push-pull method often. I really don't use it at all for the most part because, like I said, where I live, the hand-over-hand method is the commonly accepted way of turning. But by all means, I want to show you all of the methods that are commonly accepted so you can choose whatever works for you, okay? So that is how to hold the steering wheel with two hands and how to turn it with two hands. Now let's go over the holding and turning with one hand method, okay? So like I said before, this is the center of the steering wheel. Now if you're driving a manual car, or if you have to adjust your radio or anything like that, or you're drinking a coffee, if for whatever reason you have to drive with one hand or steer with one hand, you want to take your hand and you want to put it in the center, the top center of the steering wheel. So if you take a look, once again, here's the center, like we said before. It's like 12 o'clock on a clock. Grab that center like that. And that's how you want to hold the steering wheel. This is going to give you a balanced approach. Let's say I was doing it with my other hand. Once again, just like that. You want to grab the center of the steering wheel. Now, this is going to allow you to keep the car in a straight line when you're driving, and it's also going to allow you to make those little micro adjustments as you're driving the car, little micro adjustments and so forth as you're trying to stay centered in the lane. Now, turning with one hand is also relatively simple. When your hand is on the steering wheel there, what you want to do is you want to use your hand and the grip to bring the steering wheel in one direction or the other. Let's say I was turning right. I would use it to bring it to the right. And then as I get here, as you see, I can't turn anymore with my hand grip locked on the steering wheel because I'm going to break my wrist. So instead of holding on, I then open my hand and I press the palm against the steering wheel. I palm it. And as you can see, I'm able to turn just like that. Okay? Now let's go to the left. Palm, and as I get to the top, I just grab it. Palm, grab, grab, palm, grab. Once again, we'll go to the right, okay? Grab it at the top and then open up your hand and allow your hand to rotate on the steering wheel. I'll be quiet for just a few seconds so you can even hear my hand sort of rotating against the material on the steering wheel. So as you heard right there, my hand is sort of rotating against the steering wheel. And it's a very easy way of turning the steering wheel, just like that. And as you can see, turning the steering wheel with one hand gives you a decent amount of control, but it doesn't give you as much control as turning it with two hands, but you can turn the steering wheel very fast with one hand, just like that, as you can see. And sometimes if you're turning the steering wheel fast, you don't even have to palm it at the top. You don't even have to grip it. You can just palm it the whole way around, just like that. You can see I'm not even closing my hand. I'm just turning the steering wheel. And it's actually a very easy way to turn the steering wheel. Now, I recommend driving, steering, and turning with two hands whenever possible, but there are times in which you're driving in which you have to just turn with one hand. And with that being said, and steer with one hand. And with that being said, I'd rather you be prepared on how to steer with one hand by me showing you how to do it in this video. And that's basically it. I really hope that you've enjoyed this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great car and driving videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.